All right, so we're here. It's beautiful, beautiful Friday night here in Oxford, Maryland. Tomorrow we have the Smith Island Crab Skiff races, and we're here with Captain Eddie Gray, who's skipper of this beautiful, beautiful vessel, Swamp Rat, and it's Smith Island Crab Skiff, and it's got wicker seats. So why don't you tell us, Captain Eddie, a little about your boat because to me, as a seafarer, it's a gorgeous boat.
Well, thank you, Keith, for the introduction. And I'll say it really is a gorgeous boat because it's quaint. It has the southern charm of where the Smith Island Crab Skiff Association is from. As you can see, it has wicker seats, and it's the only race boat that has two seats in it. And wicker is something that came off the southern charm of the porches, like when they were looking for crabs there. So it's basically something that has beautiful woodwork, and to this day, it's almost like the antique and the old grand dame, grand lady of the crab skiff fleet.
So, did you name the boat Swamp Rat, or is that a legacy name from the boat? Did you purchase the boat?
I did. I purchased the boat from the original owner, and to his honor and his legacy, I left the original name Swamp Rat.
Yeah. So, how old a boat is it?
So the boat's over 30 years old, and it really gives up a kick, with that engine that's in it. And we expect to win the races tomorrow.
So, it's funny you mentioned two seats. Have you ever taken a woman out there in the second seat to romance her, like under a
Well,
beautiful moon, or is this purely for aesthetic reasons?
well, I can't answer the first
Yeah,
question
I
because,
understand.
like, for confidentiality
Oh,
agreements,
yes.
we really can't talk about that. But the legacy does definitely include other people as well. Yes.
So looking at this boat, the hull's beautiful. I love the green bottom. Do is it a relatively fast boat in the fleet of boats? Because I know that really this is kind of a legacy year. We're trying to get the crab skiff racing going again. And in the old days, several years ago, 10 years ago, they had classes of racing boats. So is this a relatively fast boat compared to the other boats we see in the background?
Yes, it is. It's a relatively fast boat, and we do expect to win the races tomorrow because there are different classes plus B, C, but all of them compete together jointly. So we would expect to go ahead and win a trophy tomorrow.
Nice. So the first race celebrates the it's a special race between two boats representing Crisfield, Maryland, and Oxford, Maryland, and it's the Dickie White Doug Hanks Memorial Race. And you're not going to race in that, but there's three races after that. And as I understand it, it's an oval course, and there's three laps. And I understand that your boat and none of the other boats that we see in the background have the ability to go ahead, meaning I mean they can go ahead, but they can't go astern, and they don't have neutral. So how does this start work?
Oh, so tricky question, but yeah, it's almost like riding a torpedo because once you start, it goes. There's no throttle to speak of at neutral or a clutch to disengage. So the boat just takes off as soon as you light the engine and start her up. It's funny.
And then tomorrow you're going to be wearing a helmet for safety reasons, a life jacket. The boats are fully equipped to meet the federal regulations for safety equipment.
Yes, sir.
The other safety equipment on here, like you steer the vessel and you operate the vessel from the stern seat. So are you protected from being entrapped by rotating equipment like the drive shaft?
Absolutely. So we have a covering over the drive shaft. And from earlier, what you also mentioned, if you can see it here, there are no moving parts that are exposed to entrap anybody. And then we also have the dead man switch, which would be on the carabiner to my life jacket. So if there was any reason why I became like unsteady or what have you and moved my life preserver too far, then the engine would stop.
And if you let go of the throttle right there, what would happen?
If I let go of the throttle, it really would go to idle position because the engine would still be on, so it would still be engaged, so it would still go ahead and turn the propeller. But the kill switch that's on that dead man switch on the life jacket, if for whatever reason I became incapacitated or fell overboard, God forbid, the engine would definitely stop.
And then we mentioned helmets, and we see the fire extinguisher there, one of the required pieces of safety equipment. Um, so we'll have a Coast Guard patrol boat there. We have a Coast Guard event permit, and then the helmets are equipped with radios, so you can talk to the starter, the safety boat. We have a safety boat, and the other drivers. Is that correct?
Yes, we can communicate with the flag person, with the starter, the safety official between the boats. We, pending weather conditions, may even have a drone aloft
Right.
and take photos of us. But yes, we have all the safety gear, and everything is being monitored by the U.S. Coast Guard to make sure that everybody is safe and that the people at Doc's restaurant can have a nice event to watch.
So once again, you mentioned Doc Sunset Grill. It's a beautiful restaurant with a delightful food available. The race starts tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Get there early to get a seat. We also will be streaming this via YouTube Live. It'll be available archived. And one of the things is, we're looking at 4 boats here, Captain. And how many boats do you want to see in the middle of next year? Like, if everything went right, we'll be looking at 6, 7, 8 boats.
We would hope so. We may have a fifth boat tomorrow as well. In the future, our next race is Labor Day weekend. We would hope to grow the association, and we totally invite other people to have a blast, to have a lot of fun, and enjoy the cruise with these boats that are still the legacy of Smith Island Crab Skiff Association.
And so tomorrow, if you, as our visitors, come out to Dock Sunset Grill, you'll see Captain Bob Wallace has a beautiful, beautiful boat. And you see Captain Eddie's boat's beautiful, but Bob Wallace's has inlaid decks. It's all gripped, painted with seafoam green. It's got beautiful graphics, and it'll be at Dock Sunset Grill where you can have a great meal and walk around and look at Bob Wallace's boat, watch the race. We'll have a PA system there so you can hear the race. We'll have Judge Sid Campen and Bob Wallace who will give their folksy uh, Oxford, Maryland, Chesapeake Bay waterman's view of life on the water and why this race is important. So we thank you very much, Ed, and we wish you luck tomorrow. And like I've told every driver, I hope you win every race. Thanks again.
Thank you, Keith.